Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Tenna and welcome to the circus. Everybody is welcome in the circus. In today's video, we are going to be going over a really hyped up summer product that I'm super freaking jazzed about. So I went and picked up a bunch of Marc Jacobs items. Yes, the coconut collection. So I got the eyeshadow palette, I've got the powder, I've got the hydrating stuff, I've got the Dewdrops, all that good stuff. I've got it all. So basically what we're gonna do today is we are gonna do a full look using all of these items, and I'm really excited about it. The only thing that I did not get my hands on was the bronzer, so if you are here looking for a review on the bronzer, I will tell you the reason why I don't have it is because A, it is sold out everywhere. I have had opportunities to get it, but I did actually purchase it last year when it was all hyped up, and as much as they claim that it's universally flattering, it is not. So if you are anything darker than porcelain, it is not necessarily a bronzer that's going to work for you. So their universally flattering bronzer is about as universally flattering as the Hoola bronzer. So I can't use it. It's literally like my skin tone, so it's almost like a powder for like my face. So until Marc Jacobs decides to make a darker shade range in their bronzers, I will not be using it because it doesn't show up on me. So I'm not reviewing that, but I will be reviewing everything else. So anyways, if you want to stick around, see how these products work, see me create a look, things like that, go ahead and stick around and we will go ahead and jump right on into the video. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that button and join the circus because everybody wants to join the circus. Everybody wants to join the circus. Alright, so basically this collection is called the Coconut Fantasy Collection. Those of you that are not new here know that I live, die, breathe, and just I am everything that is coconut. Like if it smells like coconut, if it tastes like coconut, if it feels like coconut, if it looks like coconut, I want it. I am like a cocoa hoe. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm just a cocoa hoe. Anyway, so I love it. Everything in this collection smells like coconuts, which I'm here for. It definitely gives that summer, you know, type of aura. So basically we're gonna go over a couple of the prices on this. For those of you that are curious about the bronzer and you're still watching this, even though I said that it didn't match my skin tone, I will say that the formula of it was actually quite amazing, so I could only imagine what it actually looks like on the skin. If it works, if it actually blends in and stuff like that, but it blended out very seamlessly. It was very finely milled, smelled like coconuts. It's a dream to work with. So if it's something that you're considering buying and it's something that you know you can pull off with your skin tone, I would definitely recommend picking it up. However, Marc Jacobs, I'm just gonna need you to expand your bronzer shade so that, you know, your girls with the deeper complexions can also bronze too. Like I know that we're naturally bronze all year round, but like we want a little extra there. So anyways, that guy goes for $49 if you're looking for that. The limited edition, the Dewdrops, the coconut gel highlighter, which is this guy right here. I got it in the color Do You. So this is actually the shade that they came out with last year. I tend to be a fan of more of these like champagne colors. They have another one that they came out with that's a little bit more of a deeper bronzy type of gel highlighter that I think will be a lot better for my gals with the deeper complexions. You know, I'm a little bit weird with highlighters. I'm like in between to where I can't do highlighters that are way too bronzy because then it looks like my cheeks are bruised, and then I can't do them too light because then I look like I like rubbed faces with a tin man. So I always have to go for kind of like those white gold or like champagne type highlighters, but I imagine that this will work just the same as the other one, and this guy retails for $44 if I didn't already mention that. Next thing up is the Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. This is supposed to be an invisible color, so this is the guy right here, and this is the packaging that it comes in. It's very cute, sleek, and it gets about 8 grams of product. What is in here. And then the last thing that I have here, actually it's not the last thing, I have a primer here by Marc Jacobs, which is this guy right here. It is the Coconut Primer. We'll go ahead and use that before we put on our foundation. And the last thing that I'm the most excited about in this collection is the eyeshadow palette, which is $49, and I think that the shades in it are absolutely beautiful. So basically this is what the packaging looks like right here. It's very beautiful. It's this nice white color, and basically when you open this guy up, you get this nice little plastic like cover, and basically this is what the shades look like. It's like this beautiful bronzy, I mean, you can use this for spring and summer. So like, it's beautiful. I'm so excited to put this on my face. So anyways, again, this guy is $49. And then everything else, it looks like is like $44. This is $44. This guy is $44. This guy is also $49. So everything's $44. And then the eyeshadow palette and the bronzer is $49. So you are gonna spend a pretty penny to get the full package. I do wish that they would do a bundle for these, but they don't. So anyways, let's go ahead and start off with using the Marc Jacobs primer, and it is in the color Invisible. So there's no color or any person can use this. So basically it has like a nice little silver pump on it, like so. So it's easy to use. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit and pump this on to the hand here. So basically it's kind of like a wet lotion-y type of feeling. So we're gonna go ahead and take this and just rub it in all over the face. I have a feeling that this is supposed to be more of like a hydrating type primer than it is like a, you know, oh no, it has a little bit of, yeah, it's moisturizing. It doesn't leave your skin tacky or anything like that, so I don't necessarily know. If you're looking for like that tacky, sticky type of base to put down your foundation, this is not it. I think this will work really, really well for my girls with dry skin because it is very hydrating. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my foundation and my concealer really quick, and then we will be right back to test everything out because you're not gonna spend 10 minutes watching me put on my foundation. So I will be right back. All right, we're back, face is on, so I look a little bit more normal now. So we're gonna go ahead and test out the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. Again, with these companies making these really long-winded names. So again, basically this is what the packaging looks like. It is this nice, sleek little guy. It kind of looks like a macaroon. It's kind of cute. I'm here for it. So anyway, go ahead and open this guy up. So it looks like on the inside, so I have not peeled off the little sheet of paper that is on the inside that protects it. So it looks like it's a little paper. Hopefully it's not difficult to, oh, okay. So interesting, if you look in there, without me spilling stuff everywhere, it has like this nice little mesh, little net on the inside, and then the powder is like inside of it. If you can see that, it's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get some of this out, and we're gonna go ahead and test this out and see how it works. Oh, this is so much easier to use than like the Laura Mercier. So we're gonna test this out, see if it beats out the Laura Mercier powder, because I am a, you know, cult follower of Laura Mercier. So let's go ahead and try this out, see how it works. You guys, it's like, all my pores are like gone. Like completely gone. Like I'm completely airbrushed. What on earth is this magic in a can? Let's go ahead and zoom in on my face a little bit so you can kind of see what it's doing here. So if you can see here, like this is all just blurred, whereas this side of my face you can still see a lot of my pores, things like that. So my pores are really prominent, and then on this side it's like gone, like goodbye, they went on summer vacation. My pores went on summer vacation and they are not coming back. Well, they'll come back when I wash my face, but however, I'm here for it. Try it with a brush on the other side. Magically blurred all of my pores. Okay, Marc Jacobs, coming for Laura Mercier. Like, Laura Mercier works really, really great, but it doesn't necessarily get rid of like all of my pores. This right here, however, is like really giving me that airbrushed look that everybody kind of strives for, where like all of the pores, all of that texture, stuff like that has just completely gone away. And it doesn't make you look dry or cakey either. I like this, and it smells like coconuts. And like the thing is, when I say that it smells like coconut, it's not like that fake coconut smell that people are used to. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that super fake coconut smell. It actually has more of like a fresh coconut smell, so it's not necessarily sweet. It's more of like a fresh scent, so it's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my eyebrows on really quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we have eyebrows now. You guys ever notice, like, as you're getting ready, it's like your soul is finally starting to come alive? Like, I started this video looking kind of like a swamp monster and then like slowly start to look like a normal person again. So anyways, eyebrows are done, all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the beautiful Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette. The palette is in the, well, I don't want to say color, but the scheme Fantascene, which is really, really cute. So again, if we want to go ahead and kind of take a look at this, they have some really nice neutrals and stuff in here, and then some nice like bronzy colors, and then some deeper colors here. So this color here is Flesh. This one right here is Covette's. This here is Fantasy. This one is She Said. This one is Meet Ya. This one is called For More. And this one here at the end is called On the Dance Floor. So if we kind of take a look at these, it looks like we have what, 1, 2, 3 shimmers and 4 mattes inside of here. So we've got our beautiful, beautiful shimmers, and I'm kind of curious to see if this actually will be a shimmer. It looks a little bit shimmery in the pan, but I have a feeling it might lay down a little bit matte. So we're gonna go ahead and try these out. Again, if you're new to my channel, you know that I'm not a huge fan of swatching. Sometimes I will, just to kind of look at colors and things like that. But realistically, I'm a bigger advocate of seeing how these work on the eye versus on the arm. Sometimes it's very, very easy to swatch things on your arm and see that they're like this beautiful bright color or do whatever, and then you go to put it onto your eye and it ends up looking like crap. So we're gonna test these out by popping them onto my eye. So first things up, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on my face so that you guys can kind of follow along, see what I'm doing, and then I'll show you guys what colors I'm using. We'll just kind of create like a simple little bronzy look today. Alright, so we're zoomed in on my face a little bit better. So first things first, into this palette right here, I'm actually gonna go into this color right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop that into my crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Morphe brush. I'm gonna take the Morphe M535 brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pop on into there like so. A little bit of fallout, but I mean, it's expected with palettes. So anyway, that is the color there. You pick up a lot of pigment. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into the crease. So it's a very nice, like soft pink color. This is blending out like a dream. Like it almost kind of feels like they're just like this creamy, soft shadow. I mean, it's blending out extremely nicely. It's laying down really well. It's not coming out patchy, nothing like that. And like I said, it's just blending out like a dream. You don't really even have to try very, very hard to blend these. I know that I've heard, you know, people say in the past when they've used these, it's just like, you know, you're paying a lot of money, but realistically, these shadows in here are worth it. The shadows that he uses are extremely, extremely high quality. So anyways, that is what we're looking like in the crease area here. Okay, so next, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit, let's go ahead and take this dark color right here. This is in the color For More. I'm gonna go ahead and use if I can find it on my table here, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this guy right here. It is my Morphe E17 brush. It is a nice, tiny little blending brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip on into there, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop that into my outer corner. So that's what I meant when I said that there was like a little bit of fallout. You can kind of see it in there a little bit. So, I mean, it's nothing terrible. It's not like subculture status by any means, but it'll do. So let's go ahead and pop this into the outer corner. Ooh, she's pigmented. You know when you have like really good eyeshadows and they just make you feel like you know how to do makeup? Like these eyeshadows are it. They're so precise and they're just so beautiful. Like look at that, it just laid down so well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a bigger brush here. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of blend this more into the crease. So still no patchiness, it is just blending out like a dream, you guys. This is beautiful. And I love this palette because it's so simple. Like you can really do like a simple like day look with it, and then you can just kind of pop this into your outer corner and go like straight to night with it. So this is definitely like one of those really, really nice like palettes that you can definitely take on vacation. And like I could honestly do like all of my looks. Like if I was going somewhere like nice and tropical and sunny, like I would definitely take this palette with me. God, these are just laid down so nicely. It's like, I almost feel like I have a marker and it's like wherever I move the brush, it's like, pigment. All right, let's go ahead and take that big fluffy blending brush again. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of diffuse the edges here. Make sure we get rid of any type of harsh lines. Make sure this just looks really nice and like smoked out. Alright, next I'm going to go into this beautiful bronze color right here. It has just been speaking to me since I opened it up. So it is this guy right here. It's just this beautiful bronzy color. So I'm going to go ahead and actually apply this with the finger. I am not a fan of applying any type of shimmers with a brush. I don't care who makes it. I don't care what promises there are. It just doesn't ever come out to my liking. I like applying these with the finger. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my finger. And it feels very, very buttery. It's not dry at all. So go ahead and look at my finger there. Take a look at that. Ooh. Woo. It's gonna be pretty. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap this onto the lid. Holy shit. Oh my god, you guys, this is such a beautiful color. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, it almost looks like my eye is like on fire. It is such, oh my god, this is so pretty. I am here for it. And this color is gonna look so good on anybody with like those like deeper skin tones. Like this color is really, really gonna pop on you. This is just, I'm here for it. This is so pretty. Like, I feel like the camera is not doing it justice. Like, you'd have to see in person, like my eyes literally look on fire. Like, this is cool. This is way cool. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. It's not even funny. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the brown color and I'm gonna go ahead and sweep that underneath my eyes really, really tight towards the lash line and just kind of blend this out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go back into that transition shade that we used there and I'm gonna go ahead and just run this along the dark that we just put down and just kind of smoke it out under the eye there. That's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and popped on. Can't use my words. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on a little bit of winged eyeliner just to kind of tie up the look just a wee bit. And I'm actually gonna take out one of my other Marc Jacobs palettes because I want to kind of bring this thing full together. So this is another one of my beautiful Marc Jacobs palettes. I'm actually gonna go into this guy right here and just kind of use this to go in and highlight my inner corners and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a pretty little brush. And we're just gonna go right on in and we're just gonna go ahead and highlight. So we went ahead and popped a little bit of that inner corner highlight in there. By the way, got this bad boy at TJ Maxx for $19.99. So, you know, for those of you out there that you want to get some bargain shopping done, you know, hit up TJ Maxx. You might find some cool Marc Jacobs stuff in there. I mean, realistically, this was $19.99 and I paid damn near $50 for this guy. Although this one's beautiful and I don't think this will ever make it to TJ Maxx or Marshall's because this thing has already sold out. So anyways, that is it. That is with that eye look. You can definitely do something a little bit more softer, but I wanted to do something a little bit more dramatic and glam today. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a little bit of winged eyeliner just to tie up this look. And then we'll go ahead and play with the highlighter. All right, we're back. We have got lashes. We have got liner on. For those of you that are curious, I am wearing Lily lashes in the style Miami. I love them. They're great. So anyways, guys, this is what the finished eye look is looking like. We've got this nice bronzy, sexy look that I am just like here for. This palette is just A1. I'm here for it. I love it. So let's go ahead and try out the highlighter, which I'm the most excited about this part because love me some highlighter. So this is in the shade Do You, which is this nice champagne type color. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it and pump it out onto my finger. I'm gonna see if I can try to apply this with my beauty blender. I've played with this inside of Sephora and I know that I can get a little bit crazy blinding. So I'm gonna go ahead and, ooh, maybe I got too much. I'm gonna go ahead and just, yeah, I got way too much. But we'll see how this goes. Is there ever such thing as too much highlighter? Because I don't think so. Let's go ahead and take our beauty blender and we're gonna go ahead and just kind of pounce this on to the skin and just kind of blend it out. Good God, y'all. patchy with the Beauty Blender just a little bit. So I'm gonna see what happens if I just kind of tap it out on the other side with my finger and then use a Beauty Blender, because a little bit goes a long way. So for that little jar, you guys, you're gonna get plenty of highlight out of it. But it is definitely a blinding highlight. All right, let's go ahead and take the Beauty Blender and just kind of pounce this into the skin, get rid of a little bit of that harshness, because it is a little bit of a harsh highlight right now. So anyways, guys, there's the highlight. It is definitely like a very beautiful, like wet highlighter. I am here for it. So I do realize, okay, so I know that playing with like liquid gel type highlighters can be a little bit difficult. It's so much easier just to use a regular powder highlighter. What I like to do just to make them work a little bit better is that I will put it on my face like you saw me do on this side. I will tap it out as much as I can with my finger just to kind of get it evenly spread out, and then I'll use the Beauty Blender to go in and kind of just soak up a little bit of that, you know, excess highlighter, because it does go on extremely pigmented at first. So definitely use that and just kind of pounce it into the skin, and it helps to melt and then give you that nice, healthy, more of like a, not necessarily natural, because who likes a natural glow? I mean, some people do, but I don't. We don't do natural glows on this channel. Whereas where I just did on this side, I might have to fix it a little bit where it got a little bit patchy. So, you know, going with your fingers, then going in with it with the Beauty Blender works the best for me. So since we have like a nice bronzy look, let's go ahead, since it's supposed to be, you know, summer, let's go ahead and kick it up with like a nice bright lip. I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Cosmetics lipstick in the color Heat. So we're gonna heat it up a little bit, just a wee bit. Alright, lips are on. We've got this nice, beautiful coral red color by Kylie Cosmetics. A very, very beautiful color. So anyways, you guys, that is it. That is the full Marc Jacobs Coconut Fantasy collection, and I am here for it. This eyeshadow palette, you guys, amazing. I thought that it blended out like a dream. The shimmers in here are just butter A1. They look amazing. I mean, my eyes just look like a freaking sunset. I just look like a melted sunset. I am here for it. I love it. As far as the setting powder goes, you guys saw that up close. My pores went on vacation. They have still not come back yet. I'm here for this as well. The highlighter, I think that it's really, really pretty. However, I do think that there are other highlighters out there that are cheaper that you can get. Granted, this is beautiful, and if you're like really into like the Marc Jacobs aesthetic and you really want the Marc Jacobs, by all means, pick it up. You know, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is $44, and I do think that there are a lot of other liquid highlighters out there that can do the same job, and there's a lot of other powder highlighters out there as well that can do this just as well. I mean, even some of like the Wet n Wild highlighters can do the same thing, so it's not really necessary to spend a ton of money on a highlighter. You know, like I said, I'm here for it. I like it, you know, I'll use it, things like that. However, if you don't want to spend the money on it, by all means, it's not a game changer. I don't think that it does anything different than any other highlighter that is out there. You know, it still gets an A+ from me, but again, there are cheaper options out there. Again, it's Marc Jacobs. You are paying for the name more than anything. Primer, same thing with this. I do like it. I mean, it did help my skin to feel a little bit more hydrated, but I think you can get the same result out of a moisturizer. I don't necessarily recommend picking it up. Granted, I mean, it's pretty, it smells nice, things like that, but again, it's just that Marc Jacobs aesthetic. As long as you have a really good skincare routine and you're moisturizing, things like that, I think that you can get the same, you know, results out of that than you can with this. So the couple things that I do think that people should pick up from this entire collection is the setting powder. I definitely think that it gives Laura Mercier a run for her money. You know, I'll probably be reaching for it quite a bit. This eyeshadow palette is beautiful. I think that everybody should have this just to have like something beautiful to do with your face, you know, over the summer, things like that. It's just beautiful. I mean, it's a little bit pricey, but you can't beat the Marc Jacobs formula as far as the shades and the colors go and the blendability. It is just A1. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm here for it. And then for those of you that are a little bit more fair, like I said, I did not use the bronzer on here because it is a little bit too light for my skin tone. It actually ends up working more like a, you know, a powder foundation, and I don't do powder foundation. However, I have tried it and then returned it last year just because it didn't work for me. Actually, I didn't return it. I gave it away. Yeah. I gave it away just because it was so nice. It wasn't that I hated it, and I was like, well, let me go find one of my fair friends that could get more use out of this than I would. So anyways, you guys, that is it. This collection gets an A+ for me. I think Marc Jacobs always does an amazing job when they do their coconut summer collection. I mean, it's just to die for, and everything on here just kind of embodies summertime. So I love it. Thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out with me. I hope that this helped you influence any of your decisions. I know that quite a bit of the Marc Jacobs items are currently sold out. I know the bronzer right now is a just bitch to get a hold of right now. I know that, I think last time I checked, Marc Jacobs did have it online. Couldn't tell you if it's sold out anymore at this point. I know the eyeshadow palette's been kind of sold out on and off. I know you can still pick up like the highlighters, things like that, but like that bronzer, you guys, is like, people are buying it like crazy. I did hear though that they were going to keep the bronzer as an all year round thing, but I think that right now with the summertime, if you take a look at the palette right here, you can see that it has like some of the rose gold detailing right here on the clasp. That is like specific to the summertime collection. So when it comes into stores as just a regular item, it will go back to this silver banding just like everything else. Otherwise, the exclusive limited edition summertime things are currently in rose gold. Otherwise, that is it, you guys. Thank you for following along with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.